thanks for joining us. My name is Isabella Jane.
And I am Rosie, and I am so excited that it's Easter. I can't wait for Sunday with all the chocolates. That's the best part of Easter.
What?
The chocolates.
Well, Rosie, I do love the chocolates too on Easter Sunday, but that's not the best part of Easter.
Sorry? Then what is?
Rosie, the whole weekend is the best part of Easter because we see God's love for us.
Really?
Of course. Look at Good Friday.
What's Good Friday?
Good Friday is the day that Jesus died on the cross for us.
Well, that's not very good. That's not Good Friday. That's Sad Friday.
Rosie, to understand Good Friday a little bit better, I think let's look at what happened the night before, which is commonly known as the Last Supper.
The Last Supper?
And Jesus knew that this was his Last Supper.
I'm sure that made him very sad.
Well, I think what made him a little bit more sad was that he knew exactly what was going to happen the next day.
What?
He was going to die on the cross.
So, why is this Last Supper so important, Bella?
Well, Rosie, we find it in the book of Mark in the New Testament. And Jesus gathers his disciples and says, "Can you prepare the Passover meal?"
We learned about the Passover last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did, and now we see how Jesus had a Passover as well. And when he was eating, he took the bread and he broke it and he says, "Eat this bread in remembrance of me. This is my body."
The disciples ate Jesus?
No, the disciples didn't eat Jesus. The bread was symbolic of his body, and it was symbolic of what was going to come tomorrow, that he was going to die for us. So we have the bread to remember what he did for us.
Oh.
Then, Rosie, he drank the wine, and all his disciples did too, and he said, "Drink this in remembrance of me and my blood."
That's disgusting.
Rosie, it wasn't his actual blood. He hasn't died yet, so it's not his blood. This is the night before. This was symbolic of what was going to happen the next day when his side was stabbed, and remembrance of his blood, the blood he shed for us.
Wow. Well, isn't that why we do that communion thing?
Yeah, Rosie, that's exactly why we do communion. So we can eat the bread in remembrance of Jesus and drink the juice,
The blood.
not the blood, the juice, in remembrance of Jesus.
Wow. And that's so we can remember that he died for us?
Exactly, Rosie.
Oh. So then what happened the next day? Did he really die?
Well, Rosie, the next day, Jesus was on a cross with two other men beside him, and these two other men were criminals.
Okay, so Jesus was among criminals when he died.
That's right, Rosie. And the one man said to Christ, "If you are Christ, the Son of God, surely you can save yourself and save us." And the other man said to the other criminal, "Hold on here. We are up here to die justly because we have done something wrong. This man Jesus has done nothing wrong." And then he said to Jesus, "Lord, remember me when you are in heaven." And do you know what Jesus replied to him?
What did he say?
Jesus said, "Truly, I tell you today, you shall be with me in paradise."
Wow, so that means that this criminal had no time to try and be a good person or anything. God just saved him.
That's right, Rosie. He believed. And Jesus says, "Today you will be with me in paradise."
I think that's amazing. So what happened next?
Well, Jesus was on the cross for a long time, Rosie. And he had many injuries all over his body.
This is horrible.
And then eventually, it says here, the sun was darkened and the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. There was an earthquake, rock split, And then Jesus said in a cry, Lord, into your hands I commend my spirit. And then he said, it is finished.
And is that when Jesus died?
Yeah, Rosie, that is when Jesus died. And did you know that after that, the captain of the guards said, after seeing all of what had happened, he said, surely this was the Son of God.
So he must have regretted what he'd done. Well, then Jesus was dead and Jesus would never have known.
Well, Rosie, hold on there because Sunday is still coming.
What's going to happen on Sunday?
Rosie, you better believe it. The plot thickens and amazing things are going to happen on Sunday. So let's wait and see.